I want you to meet someone who's really incredible. I'm going to introduce her to some, but many of you know her. She's your student speaker. Mai C. Yang is something else. She's graduating today from the McCormick Graduate School of Policy and Global Studies with a PhD in gerontology. And like many of our students, her research has been very personal to her. Your work has been personal to you. Her work is very personal to her. Growing up in Fresno, California, she knew her parents were refugees, like many of the Hmong immigrants in her hometown. But her father didn't talk much about his life before entering the United States. It was only later that Mai C. learned that her father had been a child soldier in Laos. Inspired by her father and his generation of survivors, Mai C. is working to understand the long-lasting consequences of wartime trauma. Her research focuses on the particular rates of depression and other mental illnesses in older Hmong adults. At UMass Boston, Mai C. said she found a community of scholars who supported her research through her work, and she has given a voice to her father and to others in his generation. She's bringing the expertise she has gained through her PhD back to her community, just like all of you, and that's why I'm so proud to be with you. When Mai C. Young walks across this stage today to receive her diploma, her family will be out there cheering her on. Her parents are in the audience today. Stand up, parents, so we can see you. Hey, but I know lots of parents could stand up, but listen to this. Listen to this, though. Here her parents are standing up. Now, this is why you should be excited about this. You know they got 10 children? Hold up. But all 10 of their children have earned their bachelor's degrees of higher education. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 10 children, all of them earned their degree. Pops and Mom, you are something else. Please join me in welcoming our student speaker, Mai C. Young. Yeah.
The chancellor made sure that I had a stool so that you guys can all see my face, not just my head. So thank you, Chancellor. All right. Good afternoon, family, friends, professors, staff, and my fellow members of the class of 2017. Congratulations. It is with great honor that I address you all at the end of my time here at UMass Boston. The graduating class of 2017, The graduating class of 2017 being here today together is an impressive achievement. Yes. I would first like to speak to my fellow classmates. Today may be the last time we are scholars at UMass Boston. However, I do not believe this is the last time we will be students, because we are always learning. In my academic life thus far, I've come to believe we are responsible to contribute to each other's learning, and we should strive to keep learning long after we receive our degrees. We came to UMass Boston from all over the world to study our respective fields, to learn the importance of theory, to learn how to conduct research, and how to think critically. Along the way, we learn about wonderfully abstract concepts and engaged in mundane tasks like writing software syntax and codes. We have learned to contribute to our fields of study modifying theories, presenting different narratives, developing alternatives, and presenting new ideas. This process propels us to give space and priority for future learning. Part of learning is being accountable for what we each contribute to society. For me, being accountable includes knowing the population I serve, including their history and factors contributing to their well-being, understanding my topic and where it may lead, paying attention to current and relevant news both here in the US and worldwide, and realizing how my work may impact the community or purpose I aim to serve. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is being accountable means doing good work, whatever your field. To be accountable, we must remember to use our knowledge and skills appropriately. I hope you will be open-minded to the parts we will each contribute to society. My cohort, I almost missed, okay. My cohort of doctoral students entered the gerontology program in 2010, included 3 students with ties to Vietnam, Emma, Lynn, and me, sorry. So excited to say their names. I wonder how many academic programs of any kind in the US accepted 3 doctoral students who were affected differently by the same war. Emma is a war refugee. She entered the US at the age of 10. Lynn emigrated from Vietnam as an adult after completing her medical training. And I am a child of Hmong refugee parents. It is a wonderful testament to the US immigration policy that all 3 of us are here today and graduating together with our PhDs in gerontology. We did not plan this. We came in with different interests, but shared goals and ambitions to help older, vulnerable populations. Emma and Lynn will both go on to work as researchers for the US Department of Veterans Affairs. I am proud to say they are some of the best minds and thinkers in research, and their research will help aging veterans, those who helped serve along their parents and my parents during the Vietnam War. And I'm heading to a postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Chicago, where I will continue to investigate the mental health of aging minorities, including veterans. I'm being honest when I say that I'm not the model minority. I did not get to where I am on my own as a good, quiet, and studious student. Far from it. It was through being open and reaching out for help and creating personal connection with my professors, mentors, and colleagues. Those who have helped me along the way do not let our differences, be it history, race, ethnicity, or life perspective, stand in the way of investing, mentoring, and teaching me how to be, hopefully, an excellent gerontologist. I have worked with several professors over the years, including, but certainly not limited to, Doctors Beth Dugan, Jeff Burr, and Jan Muchler. Jan was my supervisor, mentor, and dissertation chair, essentially my universe here. Yay, Jan. In gerontology, we work with one of the most vulnerable populations, and representing the reality of older adults is hard, but necessary. In one of the many thousands meetings with Jan, she once said, "People deserve good and honest data." Integrity is key for the honest representation of who we serve. Throughout my time in the gerontology PhD program, Jan repeatedly expressed those words through actions. Over the long, but also short 7 years of working with Jan, I have learned through her support and mentorship the importance of collaboration, integrity, and humility. And finally, if I may share a bit of my family with you all. My parents came to the US in 1979 with my older sister in their arms. A few photos and in Tolkien's words, as said by Gandalf, a fool's hope. They wanted to thrive and contribute instantly after arriving to the US. To understand why my parents struggled so hard and failed several times, we would have to understand my dad's role as a child soldier, my mom's displacement from her family, and the painful effect of war and trauma they each experienced. But their story is a common one for refugees, and something my dissertation research broadly explored. They gave my siblings and me the opportunity to attend college by coming to the US. Although my dad did hit most of my undergraduate college acceptance letter for me, he did support my attendance at UC Davis because it was a short 90 minutes drive. And my acceptance letter also came via email, so he didn't have the chance to intercept it. Dad. The further I went and the longer I was at college, the less my parents understood my purpose and reason. But I always returned home with a degree or two. By the end of tonight, I will have racked up 4 degrees. And 16 years worth of explanations to my parents and siblings. Maybe I subconsciously kept going to school because I was going for the 3 of us, my mom, my dad, and as well as for myself. But realistically, I kept going to school because it was the only way I knew how to gain the tools and skills I needed to help my parents and their cohort, and those who will come after my parents. My 3 older siblings paved the way for me by challenging traditional boundaries and expectations. My 6 younger siblings taught me to never forget compassion. Chancellor Motley gave it away already, so I do have 9 siblings. Together, with their support and trust in the American academic system, I am the convocation speaker today. In conclusion, I say to the class of 2017 today, we come together one last time with our professors, mentors, family, and friends for a celebration of our life at the University of Massachusetts, Boston. Our journey will continue. Our love for what we do will carry us forward. And if you guys get anything from my message today, this is it, guys. This is it, team. Please leave knowing that by being graduates from UMass Boston, we have been bestowed power and privilege. I'm asking you to use the power and privilege to help our society to improve, repair, and move forward. And never let fear stand in the way of learning and helping. I look forward to all the great things we will do. Congratulations to us. Yay, us.
Hold on. So she had it sent in an email, Dad. Did you hear that? And she ended up with us. Thank you, Dad and Mom, so much. Give her another round of applause.